Okay, welcome to part 4. Whoa. So we have already modeled the main panel. Now we can move to the secondary panel. Okay, so it will be pan again for the type, and sec, let's say sec will stand for secondary. I don't like long names. Okay, so here the secondary panel will be this pan 2. Okay, it is all of this other panel inside here, which contains my push buttons and my text 3 and text 4 and all the like. Okay, plus these radio buttons and everything here. That is my secondary panel. Okay, so I don't like stress, and you too should not like stress. You will see here that the second panel is actually found in the first panel. Okay, so it will be easier for us to measure its position from the origin of the first panel. So for that, we have to change the parent property of our panel 2, okay, to be panel 1, because by default the parent property of our panel 2 will be the figure. Okay, so we will have to change the panel property to become panel 1 so that we can measure the position of panel 2 from panel 1. And it will also help us for further purposes, right? So, to change the parent, there are two possibilities. Okay, I can what am I even trying to say? I can change its parent property to pan main. Okay, because here my panel 1 is represented by pan main. That is the name I've given it. So I can change the parent property to pan main. That's one option. Or I can just start by pan main. That's the other option, and that's the one I choose. Okay, when you start by a particular UI controller, that MATLAB automatically acknowledges or recognizes that this UI control right here, okay, is meant to be the parent of, or let me say this widget, not this UI control. This widget right here is meant to be the parent of whatsoever you're trying to create this other way. Okay, so if we put position here in order to create it on the figure, right, the position here will actually be measured not from the origin of the figure, but from the origin of pan main. Okay, so from there it will be 5 following the x-axis, 5 following the y-axis. So I've taken 5 on borders. Okay, so it means I will deduce the width here by a distance of 10. So what I'll be left with is 1780. So what is left here now is what? Is the height, and I can measure the height here easily. I can measure the height. The height is the distance simply from here right to, yes, right to there, and it is 130. Okay, so I have the height to be 130. Again, I would like the border type. We should have set it in as default, but let me cater for the future. So the border type here again none, and the background color, let me say white. Okay, let me use the very white background color. Let's see what it looks like, and then we might change it later on if it doesn't suit us. So launching that is what I have. Okay, so I'll leave this white, okay, because I'll preferentially change the color of the figure later on than this one. Okay, so let's leave it white like that for now. So this is it right here, very beautifully inserted into the main panel. Okay, so next we'll have to create the text 1 and text 2, which represents what? The first mode here, which is modeling. So text 1 will be modeling, and text 2 will be the second mode, which will be results. So let's go ahead with that. So what's the type? The type is text, and the first text is used for modeling, so I'll call it model. Okay, so it will be equal to create a text, I need UI control. By default, the style of UI control is a push button. So if I want the text, I need to change the style property of the text to text for static text, obviously. And what else? Position, I will have it to be let's have also here the main panel, okay, to be the parent of this particular widget. So pan main, style, text, position will be measured from there. Following the X, obviously it will be 5, okay, because it is at the same alignment with this particular secondary panel, so it will be 5. And it is directly on top of the secondary panel, okay, so no need for magic for the other one. It's simply 5 plus 130, which will give me 135. And the width here, what is the width? Let's have the dimension. Both of them have the same width, so if I measure this one, I've measured the other one. So I have 120 for this one. And okay, so it is 30 to 120 by 30, okay? So I'll have 120 by 30. Okay, we'll have to change what is displayed on the text. So the string property will be changed to model. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, so that's my modeling text right up there. So by default, it is obviously this first option, right, that will be activated. And we know that from the ribbon interface, the first option that is activated should have the same color with the secondary panel, even as I showed you the application. So here, to make sure that it always has the same color as the secondary panel, okay, I will not say the background color should be white, but I will program in such a way that whenever I change the background color of my secondary panel, it should automatically change the background color of this text model, okay? So the background color is too long. I don't like writing it too much. The background color, okay, let's just put it on the next line. The background color of this text have to be the same as the background color of what? Of the secondary panel. So have to be equal to that. So come on, good. Okay, so for the background color, I will simply get the background color of the secondary panel. Okay, for the background color of this text model, I'll simply get the background color of the secondary panel. Okay, so that's it. It's white. You see that the text here is too small, but I have to check or something. Okay, so the text here is too small, so we'll have to change it. Maybe make it bold, increase the size, and I would also like us to use as default font name here. I would like us to use Times New Roman. Okay, so MATLAB obviously supports a series of font names. Okay, it depends on your system obviously, but if you want to know, let me just help here. You just type UI set font. Okay, UI set font will give you a list of all of the font names supported by MATLAB. Okay, so I am looking for Times New Roman. That is my Times New Roman right here. Okay, I would like it to be bold, and I'll give the size I'll give. Okay, so let's go back to our program. Oh, we have to close all of these. Okay, go back to our program. I would like the Okay, default font. No, default UI control. So it is default first, then the type, then the property now, font name. Okay, font name, default UI control font name. I would like it to be Times New Roman. You can do yours, okay? No problem, you can test. And then I'll also like the default font weight. Okay, let me put all of that here. I'll also like the default font weight. How do they spell weight? Okay, like that. Font weight to be bold. Right? So can we, let's try that. Okay, so I have that. Now I think I'll increase also the font size for this particular one. I'll increase the font size property to give me, let's see 14. Let's try that. Okay, it's more interesting, right? Yes. Okay, so we'll continue from here in the next video. Okay, so thank you very much for your participation. See you next time.